Yeah, man. So I want to go live and talk about what happened yesterday.
Okay, that's it. Yep. So if you're joining me, we're having a discussion, just talking about yesterday. What's to come, what's happening, what's everything's going on, featuring baby animals. I figured that's like a way to kind of give you something to look at while I talk about what I'm talking about. So yeah, yesterday was a very stressful day for a lot of people. You know, as a political commentator, political streamer, fact check, all that stuff. It's my job to just keep things in perspective. A lot of times, um, we definitely thought that America would pivot from the ideology of Donald Trump and whatnot. But what we noticed is that Trump is how people think. And I think overall, it's very telling. When we look at the demographic breakdowns of how people vote, matter of fact, I'll pull it up right quick. When we look at these demographics, let's see, by education, yeah, non white graduates vote 66% Democrat. Um, yeah, it's just we see that non-white non-college graduates also vote Democrat, but white non-college graduates vote 65% Democrat. And I think that's very telling in itself because they say the term is Trump loves the poor and uneducated. And to a degree that's true. When we talk about uneducated, it's just not educated or lacking the ability to learn. It's not these people are dumb. They're smart at what they do. Whether you build houses, fix HVACs, fix cars, you're smart at what you do. When it comes to anything outside that realm, you lack that understanding and you're unwilling to learn from that or figure out, oh, Jesus Christ. Unwilling to learn that. A lot of these structures are built in racist schools, especially college. Yeah. I agree. People are taught to hate. People go through things in life and they look for someone to blame and they look for someone to save them. Right? So we see that in this. So we see that the demonization of immigrants worked. People who had never thought about immigrants or illegals or anything like that started talking about that every single day. And again, Republicans are very good at building narratives around things. I just know that it is tough because we saw an overwhelming number of Latinos and other minorities vote for Trump. And when we say illegal immigrants, we just don't mean Hispanics. I think that's the part that people miss is that they think it's just illegal immigrants as far as Hispanics. That's not the case. Are you African, of African descent? That's you. Are you Asian? Doesn't matter where. That's you. So the mass deportation on day one as a first decree of Donald Trump is crazy. Because imagine you vote for somebody and they immediately say thank you for the vote. Now get on that bus and get out of here. That's what's about to happen. And as I broke down some people earlier today, it doesn't necessarily even matter. Let's say you go through a checkpoint, or let's say you get pulled over and they ask, hey, do you have documentation that you're a legal person? If you do present that, there's not like they give you like an armband, which is insane in itself. It's not like they give you anything to indicate that you are a legal citizen. You just say, okay, here's my paperwork. I am legal. Okay, cool. Have a nice day. 2 days later, you get pulled over again. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. It's not going to stop for them. And yet, that's what they voted for. Because I think people, again, we know what people think happened during Trump's presidency. We know what they think happened. I pay taxes. I don't know what that means. Are you saying you're a Hispanic or something like that and you pay taxes? No, brother. They pay taxes too through ITIN numbers. That's a tax number, and they also buy food and groceries and stuff like that. So they pay taxes on that. They can't collect Social Security, even though they pay into it. So they are paying for you, actually, to have Social Security. Well, not you, probably. You're probably young, yeah, but they pay for your parents, your grandparents to have Social Security. Yes, they Do you think they just keep the money in the house and they don't ever shop for anything? You know, shopping is paying taxes. You know, the tax numbers, identification numbers that they have, that's paying taxes too. See, that's you see what I'm saying, chat? That's what I'm saying. People think, and this is a person, and this is an example right here. People think that illegal immigrants just sit on their butt or they leech off the government when in fact they're doing the jobs. They can't take everybody's job and also be leeching off the government at the same time. It doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? It's just not how it works. You know, but again, back to the data, the uneducated and uneducated about certain matters thrive on information like this, right? That's what we've seen. That's what we understand this to be. See, this person's like, I pay my taxes for Americans. And they pay their Social Security for you. My mom came 25 years ago with us, and oh, you're one of those. Hey man, I wish I could see who you look like, because I would say, I don't even need to see what you look like. You're gonna get harassed. You're gonna get harassed, buddy. That's just what happened. I'm not doing that to come at you. I'm not doing that to come at you, but you're gonna get harassed, and that's unfortunate. I don't want you to get harassed, but to the outside person, you might be working a job site. You say, I changed 11 tires, so I assume you work as a mechanic or in the auto industry. I'm a great law-abiding citizen. See, you see how they try and put the parallels like, no, I'm a good one. Yeah, that doesn't necessarily matter, bro. Unfortunately. Because when someone looks at you, they're going to say, I can't wait for him to get out of here. I can't wait for him to leave. And you're like, no, I've been here my whole life. My mom came here 25 years ago. Doesn't matter, buddy. Do you have your paperwork to show you're a legal citizen? You see, I have to ask you that. I shouldn't have to ever ask you that. But do you have your paperwork? And you can leave if you want to, or leave after you answer that. But I want to know: do you have your legal paperwork? 4 years of genocide, 7 months of Israel, laundering money in Ukraine. Hey, big dog. I don't know if you know this. Trump is friends with Netanyahu. You know what Netanyahu is? That money, that's not going to stop. I don't know if you. I think that's a lot of TikTokers and media people. They don't ever say that. Yeah, Trump's not going to stop that either. There's no reason. Like, why would he stop? Ukraine is done. Not saying that giving them, I wasn't going to vote for anyone. Of course you weren't. Well, anyway, thank you so much, man, for your input. But Ukraine is done. You see, we're the reason why Ukraine was still in the fight. Without that, without our funding, I say funding, but it's just giving them weapons. Here's weapons. Here's some meals ready to eat. MREs. Yeah. This person here, though they've been here is fighting because it's laundering money for Blinker. Are you trying to say Biden, dog? But you see what I'm saying? Trump loves the poor and the uneducated. Because this man said they're funneling money to Ukraine for money laundering purposes. Let me guess, you think they got weather machines too? They're using the weather machines to send hurricanes? But back to what I was talking about. The Trump will get to pack the courts, your U.S. Circuit Courts, with Republican judges. He will get to pack the Supreme Court with now 7-2. He will have probably the most picks in any history of any president ever. Young ones. Yeah, don't let me forget. Like, as I said in my video that I put on TikTok, please watch that. They'll probably be about 40, 45 years old, something like that. So they'll be here for the next 40 years. Like, this court is going to be the court for the rest of our lives. We will some of us will die with this court. So whatever rulings they do, that's just it. Whatever things on the chopping block, for my immigrant friend here, if there are some rulings that affect your life, that's just what it is, bro. 7-2. You're not beating that. It's conservative court. You have a conservative Senate. So even if Kamala did get in office, nothing that she said was going to get passed. Nothing. Hey, we should task the FTC with putting massive fines on companies that are found to be price gouging. No. It never makes it to her desk. We were cooked anyway. Like, regardless of whether or not she did win, we were still cooked. If the House turns red, price gouging. Hey, do you think this stuff is expensive? Nisi dad? Do you think things are expensive right now? See, this is what I'm saying. Price gouging? No, things are just expensive. Bruh, you know. Oh look, hey, this is John Quick. So this is a black dude who doesn't know he's black. Let me talk about you real quick, big dog. This is a black dude that doesn't know he's black. He doesn't understand that he might be getting some money, which I don't think is a lot, honestly, but he is going to be dealing with the same problems. As both black men, we do have to worry about police immunity. We do have to worry about that. And I'm glad he cut his dreads because he would be a target. He would be a target. He gave that look. He gave that action, right? And that's unfortunate for him, you know. His taxes will remain the same. If he did vote red, I don't know who he voted for, but if he did vote red, he voted for the tax breaks of corporations, not for himself, which is unfortunate. The price on things will still stay the same. It still will stay the same. There will be several rulings that will not go in his favor for him or his family, which is unfortunate. But I appreciate you making a stop through. I appreciate making a stop through, John Quick. You know. Yeah, Nisi, I understand you work in the field. I work from home. This is a desk. I'm a director at a tech company. But I do need somebody to work on my car, so I do appreciate you. Yeah, we don't work in the field, big dog. We work at desks from home. Let's see what else was. The tariffs. My impression that the police already don't have immunity. Oh, listen, they get off all the time. It's only a few that have gotten caught up. But as long as they're working within the confines of the law, or to appeal the law, come on now. They're gonna get off. So if a black man does get gunned down, I was doing my job. That's it. That's all we got to say. You know what I mean? Let's see. The Nisi and bro work in the field, blah, 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 price gouging, bros in the field, bro, not making videos, TikTok, field day, price on goods are going to go up. So tariffs. We talked about tariffs. We've talked about tariffs numerous times. There have been economists, experts that have literally for months told you all, hey, tariffs are not going to bring. See, the idea is that the tariffs will make the prices on the good higher, and thus we'll start producing it here. Let's do an example, right? Check it in. Let's do an example. A good costs $100. A tariff on China makes it 60% higher, so that's gonna be $160, right? As a manufacturer here in America, all I gotta do is beat the 160. I don't have to keep it at 100. I just have to beat the 160. So I make my price 130 now. What you gonna do? You gonna pay 160 or you gonna pay 130? But it's more expensive than what it was. What you gonna do? You gonna pay for it or you not? Prices of things are gonna go up. It just is what it is. We can only hope that Trump was lying to get in office. That's honestly, Trump has been lying for years. I just hope he's lying now. What was Kamala's plan? Chat. How many times did I go over Kamala's policies? How many interviews, how many rallies, how many fucking things have we seen on this motherfucker where she explained what she wanted to do every single time? Document after document. And motherfuckers would be like, but what was her plan? Motherfucker, you working on cars, dumbass. You don't know. And if it's any older people here, I apologize. I don't typically curse on stream. And if cursing does offend anybody, be like, hey man, chill out with the cursing. But if you want me to curse, god damn it, I'm ready. Boy, I'm ready. Hey, what hold on. What's that dude name? What that nigga at? John Quick, you still in here? John Quick, please, if you still in here, please hop in this joint, bro. Cause I wanted to make a video. So again, for those who don't know, if y'all want to scroll up through the chat a little bit, you'll see a dude named John Quick. If you're gonna go to his page, you can. Oh, here he is. See John Quick right here? This motherfucker last night made 3 videos about me. I'm chilling with my wife. You know, I've been talking and giving some updates and what's going on. This motherfucker out here making videos about me as a black man who probably voted against his own interests. But what I say before? Trump loves the who? Goddamn right. He a fan. Bruh, the thing was, he can't pronounce Kamala's name right. That's how I first came around this man. Someone else was frying him up and I saw it. So I made a video. It went crazy. Oh, you did vote for him. Oh, look. So he did vote for Kamala. Oh, boy. Hey, John Quick. Oh, wait, no. Wait. I am on my computer. I was about to say I wish I was on my computer so I could find your shit. Sit. Ho. Ladies and gentlemen, we got our first digital beef. I thought I was on my phone. I don't know why I thought that because I'm looking at my phone right here in front of me. That's my dumbass fault. John. Where you at, big dog? Where you at? Hold on. Y'all stop talking real fast. I need to see his name. John Quick. Where is he at? No, matter of fact. Notifications. Where notifications at? Give me 1 second, y'all. Oh, this ain't no Drake and Kendrick, because that would imply that it's going to be good. Here we go. 17 hours ago. Let's go through what my man was talking about. Y'all ready?
No, because now I'm mad. For the last 3 months, y'all been telling me this election was 50-50. 50-50. Y'all was telling me that it ain't even 50-50 in the states that Kamala Harris was supposed to win.
Now let's analyze this, how we break it down. So he did change the pronunciation of her name. He learned that over the past 3 months, and I'm proud of him for that because growth is key to success. Thank you, young man. Let's keep going.
It's 50-50. It ain't.
Now, in this video right here, I pointed out he doesn't know how electoral college work. See, he was talking about the red states. And what did we look at yesterday, chat? We looked at the entire map. We said that's typically how it goes. The entire South typically goes red. The Midwest typically goes red. The big boy states typically go blue. That's how they win. Let's keep going.
Ain't nothing. He is outperforming the numbers that. Come on, man. What's going on, man? I can't trust the polls. I can't trust TikTok. I can't trust the media. Yo. Mr. Morale, where you at?
Now, when my man says Mr. Morale, he's talking about me. For some reason, I don't know why Mr. Morale came up. I don't understand that reference at all. Mr. Morale and the Big Stepper? That would imply that I was a big stepper. I don't know. I mean, I might be. But that would imply I'm a big stepper. Don't really get that. But hey, man, you know, I can't really tell these young boys how to live, you know?
If I become president, I'll deport.
My bad. Where is he at again? Oh, go back here again. Let me find the rest of this shit. Hey, John Quick, don't you leave, big dog. Don't touch that dial. This another one?
You can go to bed. Trust me, you can go to bed.
Nah, brother. You go to bed. Never trust a content creator that says, trust me.
Now, this is a beef. It is one-sided. Very one-sided. But sometimes it happens like that. It's like when Joe Budden was going at Drake. That's more of a comparison. When Joe Budden was going at Drake. And I love Joe Budden. But I sat there in my bed and I said, should I say something to this dude? I said, for what? He has 25 likes and 0 comments. Ain't no traction. Ain't no mustard. I just be talking to him and my audience would be like, damn, you got him. But it's not fun like that. That's not fun to punch down. That doesn't make any sense for me. So I let it go. Till he popped up in the chat and made me remember that he decided to come at me. And then here he go again with his third video to me. Again, you thought I was playing about them 3 videos?
All right, Mr. Morale, I promise.
Mr. Morale, I don't understand the reference. I don't get it.
I'm going to bed. I told you I was going to bed. I'm going to bed. It's going to be the Democrats, the caping Democrats, who are going to be the last to call this election and say Donald Trump won. Again, I'm a Democrat, right? I think I'm among the most logical Democrats because a lot of y'all Democrats, especially this goofball, wherever he's located.
Goofball. You heard that chat? Goofball. Wherever he's at. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, bro. Everybody know that. Another thing everybody know, I hop on planes for no reason. I fly everywhere in the country. I be somewhere today, I be somewhere tomorrow. If you want me to see where you at, you can please drop that. See, I'm a small creator. I ain't got to worry about no backlash. I ain't got to worry about people being like, easy shot out here wildin', coming at fans. I ain't got to worry about that yet. I ain't there yet. Do I get the bag from the Democrats? Yes. But I ain't got to worry about no. Go to D.C. I was just in D.C. for the Congressional Black Caucus. What part of D.C.? You by U Street? Where you at? Where you at? Listen, I got a couple folks up there I got to go visit anyway. So I was just, matter of fact, what was I? I was just up in D.C. after homecoming. Y'all remember when I went to homecoming? You want some friendly rivalry? You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. That was a bit aggressive. That's old me. I got on letters too. I'm wilding. I'm sorry, founders. I didn't mean to do that. But no, I definitely. The thing about that is though. taking the joint. Yo, Marcel be getting niggas hyped up. Marcel tight to get. I get to fighting. Be like, Marcel, where you at? He like, oh damn, dog. I didn't know you were serious. Now I'm out here fighting for my life. But the thing is though, like, dudes like this, and I know we having some fun right now. I know we having some fun. But deep down, I know he probably a good dude. And I hope he's still in here, John Quick. I know he a good dude. He a good dude. He talk out both sides of his neck. But he probably a good dude. He probably a cool dude. Honestly, bro, you look like one of my line brothers. Alphas, we usually look like this. Like glasses, little smart, intelligent people and shit like that. Like, I would just say cut with the trolling a little bit, man. Like, because you can make some genuine connections on here. Like some genuine people that could really like be a part of your life for a minute. We might never meet, but we might really be cool in the long run. You know what I'm saying? And see, my accent that came out. That's, pardon me. So anyway, guys, let's get back to the political talk. Let's get back to the baby animals on screen. John Quick, I appreciate you being a good sport, man. Real talk. That is a titmouse. Y'all didn't know what titmouse. See, I'm a nerd, and I was a biology major before I got into marketing and technology and stuff like that. But that's a titmouse. Titmouse, yes, that is a real name of animal. It is not a mouse. It does not have tits, I don't think, but that is what it is, man. John Quick, man, like I said, I love you, bro. If we ever like actually do a thing or collab or some shit like that, man, I dead ass would. Now that this shit is over, hey, it's all love, big dog. You a black man, I'm a black man. Let's get it. All right. So yeah, like I said, man. So what's in store? Well, number one, we know that Kennedy, RFK, is going to be over, what's it called? Health. He wants to get the dyes out of food. He wants to get the chemicals out of food. A lot of people are excited about that. Let me tell you why it's not going to happen. Y'all know what Chevron deference is? Chevron deference? I'll tell you. Chevron deference was the ruling the Supreme Court did over the summertime, right? Chevron deference was when Chevron was accosted by the EPA, and there were several regulations, and basically it said that environmental protection agencies and other agencies and organizations could regulate these things, kind of to keep us safe, right? Well, over the summer, Chevron deference was uplifted, right? Because these fishermen in, I want to say New Hampshire or Connecticut, something like that, they had to have a person on their boat at all times when they go out to make sure everything's fine, but it cost them $700 every single time that they went out with this person, so of course the price added up. And so the Supreme Court, it went all the way to the Supreme Court lifted the Chevron deference case, and now, I say all that to say, agencies do not regulate companies. So you make food, or you make liquor. And there's certain chemicals in there. Well, normally a FDA might come to you and test it and make sure it's safe for people to drink and all that stuff. Well, now you can just go to a judge, and be like, hey, can we do this? And the judge will be like, yes or no, which brings in corruption, which leads to another Supreme Court thing where essentially bribery is legal. Essentially, you can give them gifts and things like that and it not be scrutinized. Gifts could be anything. I don't know if it's cash in hand, but let's say you bought somebody a small boat. That's okay. So what I'm saying is a lot of the groundwork has been done with the lifting of affirmative action, which leads to DEI being erased, which leads to anything like I have a fund for black men to get funding for their tech companies, right? I can't do that. Anymore. So when Kamala released her black male agenda and her Latino male agenda, it said they were going to give 1 million loans out to people, fully forgivable, to 1 million black men and others. You know why that and others was there, even though it was a black male agenda? It's because she would be sued if it was just for black men. That's where we are now. If you want to help a minority get up, they can't do that anymore. Now, y'all been very active in the chat. Because my third screen is messed up, I don't know what's going on. Every time I plug it in, my computer starts getting laggy. I don't know what that's about. But y'all been active. Let me pull y'all over here. Let me see what y'all been talking about up here. Y'all been somebody arguing with somebody. I don't know what's happening. Hold on a second. Keep that in. Plan. Do y'all really think a lot of Americans care about Gaza? I don't ever really touch the Palestinians and Israel thing. I don't ever really deal with it because I'm black. I'm a black dude from Atlanta. Like, I don't really, and I get what they're going through, but at the same time, don't misunderstand me. I'm like, damn, they probably shouldn't do that. But that's not gonna stop none of these people. You think a person in Kansas, you think a mechanic in Kansas cares about a genocide in Israel? Do I think they would get rid of pre-existing conditions in our health care? Yes. They want to get rid of Obamacare. I'm sorry, let's call it the real name, the Affordable Care Act. They're going to get rid of that. He tried to do it the first time, wasn't successful at doing it, and now he has that time. Is there a replacement? Well, you heard him directly. He had concepts of plans. RFK didn't say he wanted. Listen, I'm a factual person. I don't act in emotion. RFK said he didn't want to get rid of vaccines. But again, he does not have the job yet. He did an interview. Where did I see that at? I forget who DM'd it to me. I want to go through my DMs. Don't nobody look. Don't look. I could be talking nasty. Hold on. Did my boys put that in there? Hold on. Don't look at my DMs. Damn, it was one where RFK, it might be my family chat. Don't look at my family, look at my family. Maybe it was my wife. Don't look at my wife's name either. I can never find shit when I need to find it. But yeah, RFK said he's not gonna deal with certain things. Listen, don't look. What I say, Ray Bay? Don't look, is what I said. Don't look at my DMs. These are personal, private messages between me and my freaky ass friends and family. Wait, maybe Nathan sent something to me. Oh, this is a good one.
I want to know how it is you voted for Donald Trump when you're so into facts, because his entire campaign is not based in facts. It was all based in propaganda and emotion.
I voted for Donald Trump for one reason only.
I want y'all to listen to this.
His policies, if implemented, would slow the dispossession of whites in the United States. If you were to deport all illegal immigrants, if you were to think very hard about letting in any Muslims, all of this would slow the rate at which whites are becoming a minority.
Why are you so worried about the white dispossession of America?
Because I want my people to survive. Is that so strange? We don't control China. We don't control any place where whites are not a majority. And if we become a minority, we will not control our own destiny anymore.
I grew up in this country as a minority, as the children of immigrants. I was their first child born in America. And while I didn't have...
I want y'all to hear what they're talking about. I want y'all to see it. For price gouging, or is it for small stores? I'll get back to him in a second. But I want y'all to hear this.
Much possession or didn't much control. I really enjoyed myself. And I think that if you ask a lot of Americans, they would say that I had a lot to offer this country. You know, according to you, I guess I would be perpetuating the dispossession of white America.
That is true. That is true.
Would you say that you wouldn't want me in this country?
At some point, when my ancestors built this nation, they did not build it with the intention of giving it away to Mexicans or Chinese or Haitians or to anyone else.
Do you consider it, you keep saying your ancestors built this country, you consider that a fact?
Who else built it?
Huh?
Black people, Native Americans, Chinese people who came and built the railroads.
Very true.
Do you think none of that could have been
Italian
achieved?
people.
But they're Europeans, aren't they?
Well, I guess some people have their priorities straight.
But I want to know how it is.
You see what I mean? Was it Baller Alert? It might have been Baller Alert. Let me check. But this is what I'm talking about. Where's the RFK thing?
You say
Here we go.
clearing out the corruption in
All right, this is RFK talking about the FDA. Here we go.
your terms. Would that mean clearing out the top level federal service workers that are currently at the FDA and the CDC?
In some categories, I would say.
What does that look like? Yeah.
In some categories of workers, there are entire departments, like the nutrition departments at FDA, that have to go. That are not doing their job. They're not protecting our kids. Why do we have Fruit Loops in this country that have 18 or 19 ingredients, and you go to Canada and it's got 2 or 3?
Would you eliminate any of the agencies?
To eliminate the agencies, as long as it requires congressional approval, I wouldn't be doing that. And I can get the corruption out of the agencies. This is what I've been doing for 40 years. I've sued all those agencies. I have a PhD in corporate corruption, and that's what I do. And once they're not corrupt, once Americans are getting good science and are allowed to make their own choices, they're going to get a lot healthier.
You say
That was RK was talking about. But going back to what is happening in the chat, the price gouging thing. That was one of my critical, if y'all know from the chat, that was one of my critical points. I was always like, I don't know. Because Kamala said she was going to put in place ways to make anti-price gouging laws. And I was like, well, what does that look like? Because in the free market, and Niecy Dad, I want you to hear this too. In the free market, you can't tell me how much to charge for something. If I want to charge $45 for this little bottle, right? That's my right. And if people pay that, so you can't tell me what to pay. So Donald Trump, like I said, hasn't even brought up anything about that. Donald Trump never said anything about making your taxes lower. He's never said anything about housing and how we're going to make that affordable. He said, no, matter of fact, he did. He said that we're going to get illegal immigrants out of here so y'all can afford houses. He said he's going to get illegal immigrants out of here so y'all can afford houses. Somebody tell me how illegal immigrants are taking up all the housing. When we know for a fact it's corporations. But yeah, like I said, she meant things like pandemic. I mean, even so, you know, how are we going to make the cost of goods go down? The only way for us to make the cost of goods go down is for us to not buy stuff. There's no law that's going to happen. I made a video about that months ago. There's no law that's going to happen that's going to make us say, hey, bring them prices down. Why would I do that? Rent? If you're paying I've said this before. You know what's crazy? This is the same bottle of what I had like 4 days ago. I drank this much. That's crazy. But this place right here, I'm living right now. I told you this before. Brief history on Atlanta. After slavery was over, after some years have gone by, Atlanta had to find an identity. We couldn't keep doing the sharecropping thing forever. We couldn't keep doing the agricultural thing forever. So we tried to copy Detroit's method and make it more of an industrial place to live. So if you're in Atlanta, you've probably seen some random ass railroads, random ass old railroads everywhere. That's because we tried to be an industrial place. Where I'm living right now was an industrial train yard, okay? After that shut down, they took this space and made it into Atlantic Station. In Atlantic Station, they built these condos or apartments, whatever you want to call them. This exact one that I'm sitting in right now. Back then, like 2007, 8, something like that, this right here was $1,800. I said, ooh, you must got some money you living in here, huh? Y'all rich. I live here now. How much is my rent? My rent here is $3,100. This is the exact same place I was just telling you about. Whatever you decide to pay for an item, that is the new price. It is not going down. That's why your grandfather paid a nickel for a can of Coke and you pay $1. To him, that's insane. To him, that dollar is insane. That's like paying $30. Not 30, like $20 for a Coke. He'd be like, that's crazy. But to you, that's normal. That's all you know. Your children, y'all who have young kids, you're going to tell them that your rent used to be $700 for one bedroom. And they're telling you their studio apartment is $24. Randomly, something just came on in my house. A random ass song or something just came on. That's so weird. Hey Google, turn off TV.
Sure. Turning off the guest bedroom TV.
That's so weird. Is that Spotify? It is Spotify. But yeah, let me put back on the animals. I don't know, y'all get Nancy. I don't put, here's some baby animals. There you go. I gotta go, and my wife not home neither. I'm scared. I got the dog. That's the apartment comes in. The advertising doors. That's how it is now, man. So that people wanted Donald Trump because they thought the economy would get better. The economy is actually doing very well. They thought they need to get down this high ass inflation. Inflation's are. You know what's crazy? Donald Trump's gonna come out and be like, after like first 6 months, he's gonna be like, hey, inflation's at 2.5%, 2.1%. We did it. And folks gonna give him credit for it. Because the Democrats didn't say that. For some reason, he thinks lowering energy costs would. I don't think that rent is $3,100 because of energy costs. That's so weird. Like I said, the things he says doesn't make sense to a college educated or educated person in general. Misinformation 1. That's the truth. Ooh. Reason. Oh, reason. That's right. Misinformation 1. This campaign. That's who really won. For months, I sat here and said, hey man, this ain't it. For months. He won the uneducated. He did. I ain't gonna hold you, man. Like, it's tough. One of my frat bros, my ace, for those that understand that terminology, my ace voted for Trump. He a military dude, 5 kids. 5 kids. Him and his wife were living with her parents for years. He probably getting to it now, but it was tough. He voted for that. He has all boys, I think 1 girl. It's tough. Do I still love him? Yeah, it's my brother. I'm always gonna love him. But the other thing that gets me is the Trumpers, they've been trying to troll me for the past day. Like, it's not like, I'm not like, oh, cry about it. Fam, me and you in the same boat. I know I make more money than you. Will I be fine? I mean, probably. I shop and I don't look at the price. But I know things have gone up. And I'm a pawn in the system. It is what it is. Don't care about prices. What is this nigga talking about, bro? Bro, niece, dad, what are you talking about? We are explaining to you. You keep talking about the genocide. Okay, I want you to understand this. You're a representation of the amount of people in America, in this chat, of the amount of people in America that care about the genocide. You see how we're like, what are you talking about? You are the representation of Americans that care about the genocide, care to that degree that was the reason why they voted or did not vote. You see how it's just you? That's what I'm talking about. The genocide was not a major factor for a lot of people. They think we're cash apping Ukraine billions of dollars. They think we're selling Israel money. That's how stupid these motherfuckers are. Thank you, Black Ram. See, I be sounding slow trying to sound out y'all names. What y'all need to do is if it's 2 words, put a big letter for the first one and a big letter for the second one so I know where to cut it off at. Yes. You were absolutely right. See, another one like that. You were right, you. So, again, when we say we're giving money to other countries, we're just giving them weapons. The example I used the other day was I got sneakers with holes in them. And a famous sneakerhead says, Easy Shot, I'm going to give you 10K, brother. And everybody's like, oh my God, this sneakerhead giving Easy Shot 10K. Oh my God. What he did was he gave me his older shoes that he only wore like one time at the value of $10,000. He didn't just give me 10 grand. But no one understands that. It was stuff we already had. It's gonna go bad. So weapons are like batteries. At some point they'll go bad, right? So either you pay a restocking fee back to Lockheed Martin, or you give them hoes away at a loss, which is the cost in which we saw. Chat. Do missiles go bad? Oh, I ain't spell missiles. I spell missiles. I don't know how to spell missiles. How you spell a missile? No. How you spell M-I-S-S? Okay, you can't say educate him. I don't know how to spell missile. How do you spell missile? Hey, Google. There we go. What am I missing? S. There's an I. There we go. I'm missing an I. Hey. Niecy Nash, get in here. Do missiles go bad? Yes, missiles go bad over time and require regular maintenance and inspection. Shelf life. The initial shelf life of a missile can vary from 5 years for the TOW missile and 10 years for the MLRS rocket. Brother, you think I don't know this? You think I don't look up? I'm a misinformation fact-checking TikToker. You think I didn't look up what that means when we say we give billions to a country? Missiles go bad, bro. You have to pay a restocking fee if you don't use them. And when have we been at war? Did your ADM send money? What the fuck does that mean? Oh, did my administration send money? Yes. I'm not going to act like there's no actual cash given. So there's three things. Sit down for a second. There's three things that we say when we're giving money to countries. 80 to 90% of that money is the actual weapons. The other thing is meals ready to eat, food. The other thing is infrastructure. So we do send them cash for infrastructure rebuilding. Like when a building gets blown up by a Russian tank, that, right? That's what's in that money when we say we're giving them money. That make sense? If it doesn't make sense, I can explain it a different way. I can use metaphors. I'm good at metaphors. It's a baby rabbit for your viewing pleasure. This nigga said money laundering. Okay, I guess we gotta do this. What is money laundering?
Here's the definition of money laundering: the concealment of the origins of illegally obtained money, typically by means of transfers involving foreign banks or legitimate businesses.
Now, based on that definition that is right in front of you, how is the money illegally obtained? Why am I entertaining him? Because honestly, I'm giving facts too. I'm giving facts too, because I know some people didn't know about what that meant when they say we give billions. But yes, you're right. Back to Trump. But yes, I do know that the Senate went red. Let's see. Hold on. Let's look at something real quick. Did the House turn red? So 6 hours ago, let's see, hold on. Okay, so we're still waiting on a lot of results from the House. So as you can see here, let me show y'all. The Senate is over. Even if they won those 4 seats, it makes it 48-52. So that's it. The House, they need 13 spots. There's 40 spots to be called. They need 13 spots to get the majority. 14. If they can get 14 more spots, the House will be red. And we're still waiting on that. Dog, this nigga keep talking about administration blood in his hands. So we're still waiting on that to happen. But again, like I said before, if the House turns red, the Senate turns red, and Trump is there, the Supreme Court is red, it's over. And I don't mean that in hyperbole. I mean literally it is over. Like, we can't, there's nothing that can get past. Niece's dad. This is why I keep coming back to him, because he has good examples of things that affect Americans. So he's a laborer, right? He works as a mechanic. And correct me if I'm wrong with that. I'm certain he's not unionized. Let's say he was unionized. We do know that Trump is not pro-union. He wants to implore Elon Musk to be over government regulations and spending, which is crazy. You said you changed 11 tires. What the hell are you changing tires for? Are you tire? Okay, he's a tire changer. I'm sorry. A tire changer, a rubber mechanic, rubber specialist, infrastructure. Either way, if he's in a union, we know Elon Musk is against unions. We know Jeff Bezos, who just said congrats, shout out to Elon Musk and Donald Trump today. We know he's anti-union. So now you understand that, hey, I am fucked as far as being an employee. Overtime? Oh, come on now. Don't do that. That's as far as education took him. He probably works on those, what is it, the earth, you know what I'm talking about, Niecy's dad? You talking about the earth driller? You know what I'm talking about? Them big ass tires? Maybe he does that. My homeboy sells those tires. Pretty lucrative. But we know these people are anti-worker. This whole no tax on overtime. I can get unlimited overtime now. Well, guess what, big dog, Steve? We're not doing overtime this month. What? Yeah, man, we cutting back. Actually, we just brought in 2 new workers. Because if you think about it, dumbass, instead of paying you 6 overtime, we just bring in 2 more people at your rate. That's what I'm saying. Trump is 100% gonna recap. And again, last time Trump won, I'm like, oh, let's not be all doom and gloom. No. This is doom and gloom. I'm not gonna hold you. This is not doom and gloom. I'm giving you the real raw. Like, it's not good. All right, if I got any LGBT in here, if gay marriage comes up on the table, it's over. Because the Supreme Court is a majority conservative. So if they decide to no, oh my God, if you're married and gay with a kid in a house together and on that person's benefits, that's why I never understood gays for Trump. I never understood that. But yeah. Donald Trump even was on record saying he hates you. All want him. Let him cook. Let him cook. You know. Oh, interracial couple. Shit. Well, no, because Clarence Thomas is married to a white person, so he can't do that. But Pete Buttigieg, he has a husband and kids. Also, we tried to blame black men. We're not gonna let them get away with that. Hold on a second. Y'all know the last 3 weeks of the election? Because a couple black dudes got on the camera and talking about I'm voting for Trump. We were like, oh well, black men are about to make the switch to. Hold on. Where's it at? Where's my window? You know I like to come with the fact. Let's see. How did black men vote for Joe Biden? Pew Research. Now, Pew Research is good. Give me the demographics. Give me the demographics. You think they call us African American or black? I'm gonna say black. Let me see black males. Men, males. Shit. That's the problem with not pre-doing your stuff. Oh, man. Where is the shit? In 2020. Here we go. How groups voted. Here we go. African American. Okay, African American. And I need by. Come on now, give me by sex and race. There we go. I can't find it. I gotta find it. I'll find it. I'll make a video about it. That ain't no problem. But I want to say that black men kind of voted about the same as we did last time with Biden. God damn. I can't kick him anyway. I can't kick him if I wanted to. Because it's just chat. Because I'm on Streamlabs. So I gotta let him cook. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta let him cook. Latinos. That's not like I'm about to get into a racist joke. Latinos, am I right? You know what's crazy? I'll say this to y'all. Oh, you can? Wait. Marcel, do you see like a button for to have guests on here? Can I have guests when I'm on Streamlabs? Can I have that? Or no? Do y'all see a button for that? Like guests or something? Probably not. Because I don't know where you would pop up at. Oh, it does? Somebody press it. Somebody press we're going to do this. Somebody, plug, press it. Press it and see what it says. Does it let plug come up? I'm not seeing it here. Yeah, because I'm on Streamlabs. But it's all good. It's all good. I'm at 3,000 likes. You know we got to get to 10. You know we got to get to 10, ladies and gentlemen. I can't block people because the platform I'm on Streamlabs, so it won't let me actually block a person. And I'm not trying to block him. I'm not trying to block you, little man. I'm not trying to block you. You can do whatever you want to do up in here. Also, if you're not following me, please give me a follow. Please follow my censor is not spelled like that. Please follow my Twitch, YouTube, Instagram. Don't follow my Facebook. We're going to leave that in 07. We're going to leave that LOA behind for a little bit. So, yeah, don't do that. But the rest you can. The rest, I implore you to do so. Like I said, give me the likes. Follow me if you're not following me, and let's keep going. So, Latinos. Am I right? I think my little sis. Let me go here. Oh, shit. Not here. Family chat. My little sister posted something today. There we go. Demographics. Spell missile. I didn't know how to. You spelled it wrong too. Wait a minute. You spelled it wrong too. What? We both spelled it wrong. Nigga, what are you talking about? All right, anyway, there are the demographics. So once again, white men let us down. Did we expect anything less? White women let us down. Of course they did. They always do. Latinos. Latino men. 45% voted for Donald Trump. Here's the thing. Now, we can't say, oh, they're undocumented. So what? No, undocumented citizens cannot vote. These are legal Hispanic voters. However, and this is key. You can't tell the difference between an illegal and an illegal. That's just how that works. So these 45% of men and 40% of women will most likely be harassed. They don't think they will because I'm not like them. For those of y'all that came in a little bit later when Niece's dad was talking, he says, I'm not like them. I pay taxes. Oh. Really? That's cute. If I saw you and another person side by side, could I tell the difference? Nah. Get on the bus, buddy. And I don't mean that in a racist way. But that's just the reality of the situation. Now, when we talk about this mass deportation, because that's Donald Trump's first decree, we were talking about that a little earlier. Mass deportation is one of his day one policies. Now, here's something. How many identify as white Latino? That's insane. A white passing Latino whose last name is Rodriguez? I speak 4 languages. Well, you can vamonos to the bus, big dog, because it's waiting on you. It don't matter. Brother, you're not white. Hold on. I speak 4 languages. You're not white. What's trashy if you're poor and classy if you're rich? Speaking multiple languages. So speaking 4 languages, you better speak just one. English. But how many people are in United States prisons? So, here's the thing. In America, at the end of 2022, there were 1.2 million people on Streamlabs, though, Marcel, on Streamlabs. Because if I was on my phone, that's fine. We figured it out the first time I went live. But if I'm on Streamlabs, I'll try and do it. There's 1.2 million people in prison right now. Oh, shit, you did? Let me see. My bad, y'all. I just want to see what Marcel... Hold on, we be talking. Can I look at mine? Oh. Let me move this over here. I don't want y'all to see what I be talking about. Some of y'all be getting a little explicit. I can't click it, but I'll look at it later. There's 1.2 million people in prison right now. Per Donald Trump, there's between 2 and 21 million illegal immigrants in America. Now, how is mass deportation going to work? Let's assume that it works to a T. They round people up. They pull up the job sites, say, hey, you got your paperwork, If you don't, get in the van. If you do, keep going. They're not going to just send these people back to Mexico immediately. They have to process them, right? So we have to put them in what's called, let's say, a camp. It reminds me of like detention. So we'll call it a detention camp. Okay? We're going to put them in the camp. Now, the processing, because it's so many people, it could take weeks, most likely months to do so. So for months, there will be undocumented immigrants inside these detention camps. Now, we can't be inhumane. We got to feed them. We got to make the facilities. We have to feed them. We have to clothe them. We have to provide electricity to the thing, workforce to staff it. This is going to cost a lot of money, and it's a human rights violation. Families will be ripped apart. It will be one of the most draconian things that have happened in the 21st century. Oh, ambrosia. Karen, if y'all remember Peanut the squirrel? If y'all know who Peanut the squirrel is, Peanut is a black squirrel. That's not a race. He's just a literal black squirrel who was rescued by a man, this white dude, real cool dude on TikTok, and raised. He raised him like 7 years. So, of course, Peanut was completely reliant upon him. So he made TikToks and showed him feeding him and Peanut running around, all that stuff. This white lady called the cops on him. So they took Peanut and a raccoon and they killed them. So if they can call the cops on a squirrel, a black squirrel, what do you think is going to happen to my neighbor, Jose? You're out of here, buddy. You're out of here, buddy. Okay, user you. There are a lot of empty prisons. They will use them to house those being deported. Now, they're empty prison for a reason, right? They're empty prison for a reason. So you have to refit those prisons to be ready for humans to live in them. Probably got mold, probably got bad plumbing, decrepit, got to fix it up. So the renovation is going to cost a lot of money. So there's a lot of money in government contracts to refit old prisons. That's how it goes. I think splitting the vote for president and other parties, other positions is crazy. You voted Donald Trump and then voted blue everywhere else. How would that work? That's stupid. It was dumb. Voting third party was dumb. Voting third party was stupid. It was super sus. All I know is who's gonna pick oranges for your juice? Who's gonna harvest the eggs? Landscape, construction. Not these white people. If we remember in Florida, when they had the ban happen for a couple weeks or a couple months, white people tried to do it. They failed miserably. But all I know is all those white folks that voted for Trump, Kevin, get your ass out there and pick my strawberries. I drink my smoothie at 6 a.m. every day. I want my strawberries. Fresh. Unbruised. Steve, I want my grass cut every 2 weeks on Monday at 8 a.m., not 8:30. Get your ass out there. Because you wanted to deport Manuel, who was great. Now you got to pick up the slack. You wanted this money, right? Oh, I'm giving you $40 to cut these 2-acre yard. I'm going to my parents' house. I clearly live in a building. I'm paying you $40 to cut this 2-acre yard. Oh, that's not enough? I guess you don't get the business then. Another thing that was crazy, abortion was on the Florida ballot. They wanted a 24-week ban. I know the numbers, so if I don't see them, I'll just tell y'all. What the hell is that? What the hell is this? Here we go. Look at this right here. So this was an abortion ban. It was for 24 weeks instead of 6. The numbers were 57% said yes, 42% said no. It failed. Why did it fail? Because they voted to have, well, the way it was written, it had to get 60%. Oh, wait, here we go.
The polls have abortion measures are on the ballot in 10 states. There are 11 measures because Nebraska's got 2 in a bizarre little twist of fate. I'm really interested in these Florida numbers here. Of course, in Florida, a proposed constitutional amendment has to get to 60% of the vote to pass. The polls have showed Amendment 4, that is the right to protect an abortion, near that 60% threshold for a long time. It looks like with 89% of the vote in, it's at 57%. Still a lot of votes to count, still a lot of absentee ballots to come and things like that, which could be disproportionately Democratic, but it's not at that 60% yet. And by the way, let's take a look at some of the other races. Another interesting race in Florida, Amendment 3, a measure to allow the legalization of marijuana. Oh, yeah. That is at 56% in favor, needs 60% to pass. In both of these cases, if these measures go down to defeat, it would be a big win for Governor Ron DeSantis, who effectively took over the campaigns against these 2 measures and spent millions of dollars against them. Controversially, used some state government offices to effectively campaign against these measures. He got a little slap on the wrist from a federal court for that one, but 2 potential wins here for Governor Ron DeSantis in Florida.
There you go. I want to show you something real quick. I'm going to show you something real fast.
So Donald Trump became president of the United States, and am I upset about it? Sure. But with the Senate being red, I don't think that Kamala would be able to do much of anything anyway, so it really doesn't matter. The House will most likely turn red. Hopefully it doesn't, but most likely it will. The Supreme Court will now be 7-2. He gets 2 more Supreme Court justices. They'll probably be around in their late 40s, so they'll be around for the next 30, 40 years. And yeah, I don't know why people think that he's going to do the things he says he's going to do. There's no reason to. There's absolutely no reason to. There's no third term. I don't have to actually do anything for y'all. your taxes can stay exactly the way they are. What are you going to do? Like, leave the country? Like, nah. So it just sucks that this did happen. I mean, women's rights, off the table. Immigrants getting accosted for the next 4 years. Here's what it is. That's what America wanted. I think people live in a false sense of reality that, A, things will be better if it's under Donald Trump. There was no indication that would happen. And so we'll just see. I'll keep reporting as things happen, as bills get introduced, as legislation does or does not go through that impacts your life. Keep doing what I'm doing. I mean, I would have liked for Kamala to be president, but it went how it went. So hopefully everything is good in your life. Hopefully you have a great day, and, you know, sucks things happen, but it's life. So Donald.
All right. The reason why I brought this up, not to a shameless plug, but I am Easy Shot on here as well, so make sure you check me out. But it's for this right here. This person wrote something to me, and I pinned it to the top because I wanted him to get an example. I was saying that, you know, is it going to be bad? Yes. Now, he said, so when he does the things he says he does, don't benefit from those. Just pack your shit and move. I said, oh, hey, you're all the way down here. Benefit from what exactly? He said, and this is the part. No income tax is going to be awesome. And then when Elon Musk cleans up the wasteful spending, and then when Kennedy cleans up the FDA, he said thanks for the pen. Couple things. If we get rid of income tax, how will we get money for roads and police and fire departments? How will we get money for that if he gets rid of income tax? Elon Musk is going to clean up wasteful spending. Elon Musk has had lawsuits against him for racial discrimination within his workplace. We saw Kennedy cleans up the FDA. No. Not doing that. Not going to do that at all. So again, these are what the MAGA, the Trump hopefuls, all these different people really care about. They want us to be in the mindset of, oh, everything's going to be great now. It's not. There's no reason to be. There's no reason to be. A lot of people's rights are going to be taken away. And even they're going to be sneaky about the things they do, the way they take things away. It is what it is, and it was what it was. Back to the animals. Where we at numbers wise? Let's see. Hold on. Where we at numbers wise? Okay, almost at 5,000. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. But yeah, the House race is very. It's not close actually. It's getting dire. I'd say by the end of the week we'll probably know how the House is gonna fall. But if the House goes red, ooh shit. Oh shit. It's not good. Not good. I don't know, man. What are y'all worried about? What things are y'all worried about? Let me put the earnest on y'all. Hold up. My line brother said something. Hold on. Let me see something. My line brother posted a Twitter thing. It's probably something crazy. Oh, no, it's the same clip we saw with the Asian dude and the white dude. Medicare for my mom. Okay. Keep them coming, but Medicare for your mom. They're trying to cut Medicare. The Steelers are not winning the division, most likely. I'm sorry. I'm not an NFL guy. I'm a college football dude. Medicare. So Obamacare or Affordable Care Act is probably going to get cut. So your mom's Medicare might actually be affected greatly by that. Does she have pre-existing conditions? If that's the case, definitely gone. Taxes. So you've heard this. We're under Trump's tax plan until 2025. We know this. The issue is, will we get tax breaks for individuals like us? No. Someone has to pay taxes. We can't give corporations tax cuts, and we get tax cuts. They did it the first time. What is that little mouse doing? What the fuck? They're gonna be like I'm showing porn. Wait a minute. Yeah, move on. What the hell was that? I look down, there's an animal sucking teeth on my thing. That's crazy. Taxes. Yeah, so there's no reason why we would get tax breaks and corporations get tax breaks. Someone has to pay money. And what my man said also on Instagram, saying that there'll be no income tax. Brother, if there's tax cuts, no income tax, no tax on tips, and no tax on overtime, then where will we get our money from to fund things? They just make money? Just show. The government is not a job. They don't work and then get paid from it. We pay them. So your taxes will stay the same. They will. There's no, again, if you're mad about when the tax plan does expire and they have to re-up and it's just tax breaks for corporations, what are you going to do about it? You're going to write a letter to Donald Trump? And I'm not saying you. I'm saying in general. What are you going to do about it? Not a goddamn thing. You're going to keep living. You have to keep living. Police immunity. Yeah. The idea is we want to make our cities safer. Now, keep in mind, crime has gone down under Biden. But again, people watch the news. So every time you come on the news, somebody got shot. So in your mind, crime is crazy, right? I know how Atlanta's changed. We didn't used to get our cars broken into. Y'all know those saying about Atlanta now, like don't leave your valuables in the car. There was a time, for instance, I'll tell you the story. We went to this place called El Bar in Atlanta, RIP. And one of my homegirls, she had parked, we park on the side of the street or whatever to go up in the place. And we came out, she's like, somebody broke into my car, they bust my window. We were like, holy shit. Somebody did what? That's crazy. Oh my God, da. Now somebody breaks into your car, it's like, damn, dog, where you park at? You know you shouldn't even park right there. But, like I said, crime has gone down. Police immunity simply means like, if you shoot somebody, it's like, yo, he was reaching for a gun or I had to do it because he was breaking the law. Internal Affairs will do their investigation, but ultimately, every single time, don't worry about it. It is what it is. It's what the people voted for. Because they fear the boogeyman. Deportation. Yeah, deportation is definitely getting happening. He's not playing about that. But again, it will destabilize our economy because who's going to pick the vegetables, fruits, and all that stuff that we need to survive? We watched a video on here a couple weeks ago where there was this guy, this white dude who owned a farm. And he says that legally they have to run ads to American citizens and offer those jobs first. Well, he did. He paid radio, newspaper, anything he could do. Nobody came. So he has to pay 20% more to have illegal immigrants there because he has to pay a certain fee to even have them. Well, when those people go away, we saw what he did. He tried to get people to come in. And if they don't come in, what happens? The farm shuts down. The crops go bad. All of a sudden, strawberries, we saw 4 different strawberry companies. Now there's 2. Because there's 2, they meet, and they say, well, how much were our strawberries? They were $5 for the pack. Well, if it's just us 2 left, let's make it 8. See how that happens? We competitors, but they got to pick one of us. And even though I may be taking a little bit of a loss with you coming into my market share, we lost those other 3 companies. So it's really just us 2. You see how that works? So deportation will destabilize our economy. You thought the pandemic was bad. Imagine when you can't, your food, your perishable items perish. That's really what you got to watch out for. Social Security, there's a video. I know I got it somewhere. Hold on. 'Cause I was going to make a video about it, but I just forgot. And time got away from me. Let me pull it over here with y'all. Give me a second. Bye. Here. Get out of here, you little freaks.
So what do you say we had an undocumented?
I like Dean. Is that Dean or is that Harry? I don't know. White people. He's white. Favorite it. Let me see something real quick. Why are you acting up? TikTok loves to act crazy when I want to show something. Well, we'll see if it pops up. But what it was this this congressman. He was talking about Social Security, and he was saying that Social Security was here we go. Okay, hold on. Favorite collections. Hold on a second. find it.
This is all a scam. I mean, we got people that's getting ready to retire that's going to try to live off $2,000 to $3,000.
Trump sounds vibrant.
This is all a scam. I mean, we got people that's getting ready to retire that's going to try to live off $2,000 to $3,000. Impossible. Because what happens, it comes up here, we spend it. We're $35 trillion in debt. We don't have any new money. We're dead broke. We are in huge trouble. In this body, we had better start figuring that out, because we're going to have a run on this city here soon, and there's going to be about 150 million people coming up here saying, where's our damn money that we paid in? I could have put my Social Security money, 40 years, in tax, in the market, and probably be worth 8 to 10 million today. But the federal government wasted it. People are going to have to work, continue to work longer and longer. Am I right, Ms. Gender? Can you say something about Social Security?
Yeah, and I'd like to point out when Social Security was first founded, those who established it, it was started out as a 2% tax, and they said this will never take more than 6% of your income. Today it takes 12.4%, and depending on whether you go with CBO or Social Security trustees, it needs to take between 15.8 and 17.5%.
This is all a scam. I mean,
there's your answer about Social Security right there. There's your answer right there. So, again, not to be a downer about the situation, but let's go back to the animals. Hey, it's a bird. I don't know what kind of bird that is. I can't tell. Sorry. But there's your answer. Let me go back up. Social Security. Education. So Donald Trump, let's not forget, because some people did forget. Donald Trump put Betsy DeVos. Betsy DeVos. Betsy DeVos is I want to say almost a billionaire, but she's a millionaire. She comes with the DeVos family. The reason why she got that job was because her family donated millions of dollars to Donald Trump. Millions of dollars to Donald Trump. And so she became the head of the Department of Education. She was terrible. She's never been an educator. She's never been a teacher, never been any of that stuff.
Support for NPR comes from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, a private corporation funded by the American people.
Thank you.
President-elect Joe Biden is starting to make his cabinet picks. Given the immense challenges students face in the pandemic, his pick for education secretary is especially significant. That person will replace Betsy DeVos, one of the most polarizing members of President Trump's cabinet. NPR's Corey Turner reports on the impact she's had.
Betsy DeVos never hid her feelings about the department she ran for 4 years.
Now, I assume most of you have never stepped foot inside the U.S. Department of Education. And I can report you haven't missed much.
Schools, she argued, should be controlled locally. So DeVos worked to undo federal oversight that she saw as overreach. She scrapped protections for transgender students, as well as guidance meant to stop discriminatory school discipline.
She will be remembered for the ways that she sought to undermine our civil rights laws and make school a more difficult place to be for children from marginalized backgrounds.
Liz King of the liberal-leaning Leadership Conference on Civil and Human Rights says these early moves are likely to be undone by a Biden administration, unlike the work DeVos did around campus sexual assault and harassment.
Students who are subjected to sexual misconduct deserve deliberate and decisive action that carries the force of law.
That was DeVos announcing new protections for victims and perpetrators of campus sexual assault. Again, Liz King.
It communicated to survivors that they should not expect to be believed.
But to DeVos, Obama-era guidance had undermined due process, and her rewrite tried to make campus investigations more fair and transparent, says Rick Hess of the conservative-leaning American Enterprise Institute.
DeVos went through the full rulemaking process. They dotted all the I's, crossed all the T's. They came up with a Title IX playbook, which strikes me as both fair-minded and reasonable.
Then there's the issue she championed most, school choice. Too many traditional public schools, she argued, were failing kids and held back by government interference.
Government has never made anything better or cheaper
more effective, or more efficient. And nowhere is that more true than in education.
But DeVos's rhetoric didn't sit well with the folks who work in America's public schools.
Teachers and other educators, they found their voice in that moment because they realized that they were under threat.
Becky Pringle heads the nation's largest labor union, the National Education Association, which backed President-elect Biden. Pringle says DeVos became a rallying cry for teachers in 2018 at demonstrations for higher pay and better funded schools.
At least 50% of the signs had Betsy DeVos's name on them, demanding her removal, her resignation.
Because of this polarizing effect,
I don't want to let y'all listen too much, but they did not like her. The reason why I say that is, that was his pick for the head of the Department of Education. He wants to dismantle the Department of Education and send that back to the states. Imagine if Mississippi is in charge of public education. Hell, my state. Imagine Georgia, not Atlanta, Georgia, being over education. That's what you have to look forward to. Colleges that are places of learning and ideas and sharing thoughts and understanding. That's no more. Protests, which is a God-given right, that's no more as well. This is what we lead. This is what's happening now. The Alpha. Hey, Black Geek Energy, send me that thread about the Alpha from Hampton. Let me see who that is. He is older. He older, bro. Hold on, y'all. This some Greek, some HBCU situation. Send me that thread though, bro. On campus, that's what I'm saying. Like, these young people, the problem I have with younger people is, during Trump's campaign, during Trump's thing, they were like 12 years old. It was 8 years ago. They were 12, bro. 9. You were 9 years old. No, 10 years old when Trump was in office. We want him back. We need him back. You were 10. What were you doing when you were 10? Who was the president when you were 10? I want to say it was Bill Clinton for me. Do I know any of Bill Clinton's policies? No. I was 10. I know he played the saxophone. That's it. He played the saxophone, Monica Lewinsky, cool president, surplus. That's all I know. Hold on a second. You ain't saying that to me, boy. But yeah, man. 2000? 2000. I thought you was my age. Wait a minute. Your first president was in 2000? Did you remember? Bush? Bush 1? Bush 1 was crazy. Because he got in and then, oh, you're 34? I was in 9th grade when Trump got in office. I mean, not Trump. Bush 1 got in office. I remember the election, and I remember how they called Florida for Gore, and then it was like, my bad, it's for Bush. And me in the 9th grade was like, that didn't seem okay. That seems weird. That seems weird. You can't remember who the president was when you were 9. Exactly. And yet these kids that are in college now were like, we need Trump. What? This is why I say we might need to up the voting age to like 21 or something. These kids are dumb. Like, they're about to be fucked. Like, oh, I can't afford a house. Why am I lowering the price of a house, my man? Why would I lower the price? They don't understand that though. They're like, oh, he's gonna change, he's gonna do something, yada yada yada, and he's gonna lower the prices of houses. He's the president of the country, bro. That's not his job. But a Trump supporter, not like a rural person, but like a well-to-do person, they have a certain look. And you know what that look is. You know exactly what that look is. They look a certain way. Like, you see a person, like, they would surprise you if they say they were voting for Kamala. It's those kids that was like, yeah, Trump is our guy. You know what? In a weird way, I wanted Trump to win. Don't tell nobody I said that. Don't tell nobody I said that. I'm just talking to y'all. But I wanted him to win because I wanted people to see how their ignorance affected their lives. And though it does affect me as well and will affect myself, my children, forever, I wanted them to see. I wanted them to be lied to in real time. Trump said that, hold on. Let me see something. How many coal mines closed since Trump? CNN. I can't go to freaking. So in 2016, Trump ran on coal. Whoop. I gotta scroll down a little bit. There we go. Trump ran on bringing back coal mines. I remember an interview he did where he visited West Virginia and was talking to coal miners. Some that had been doing this for 30 years. And their coal plants, they were in danger of closing because we started moving away from using coal. He said we're going to bring coal back. We're going to bring it back. We're going to make it stronger. What's that say? What's that say? Those same guys themselves. Some drank themselves to death. Some couldn't pivot. They'd only done coal. And so we're going to see more of that. Dying industries getting told, hey, yeah, we're going to bring it back. Back to the, wait a minute now. I remember that. Y'all remember that titmouse from the beginning? They just looped it. Y'all told me it was 3 hours of baby animals. You just looping it. No, hold on, man. I feel lied to. There we go. Will the rest of us make it over the next 4 years? You will. You'll make it. Okay, I'm gonna put it like this. You'll make it. You'll make it. Will the price of your things go up? Yes. Will your wages go up? No. Will there be certain rulings that will impact your life? Yes. Will they make any sense as to how it happened? No. Is my stream choppy and freezing? Somebody let me know. Will you make it? I don't know, man. I mean, I hope you do. I hope you do. I really do. But I will say it's going to be tough. I wonder why that is. Streamlabs be ass, because my internet's running totally fine. Like, that video is fine. Donald Trump's coming after the media. He's coming after political opponents that chastised him. Am I still choppy? Or did it make itself right? I'm about to call AT&T, man. They're fucking up the money. Yeah, Trump's gonna go after everybody that went against him. 100%. It's a revenge tour. And we'll hear about it. Oh, don't worry. If y'all follow me, if you don't follow me, please follow me. But if you are following me, oh yeah. He's going after everybody. Y'all saw, I got you. Hold on a second. Y'all saw this? Donald Trump, DOJ. Donald Trump moving to wind down Trump criminal case before he takes office. It's over. Number one, you can't prosecute a sitting president. That's the first thing. Number two, they know that they keep going or try and push this through. The absolute second Donald Trump gets in office, he's gonna go out. He's gonna go after them. Every single person that was involved with that. They'll never get another job again. It's crazy. It's crazy. I guess the reality has hit me, but I don't get sad about stuff like that. But I do feel bad for people. Because a lot of people are going to hurt because of this. I'm going to get serious for a second. A lot of people are going to hurt after this. Families going to be torn apart. People have been together for years under the guise of loving each other will be told that their marriage is null and void. The economy, listen to experts whose literal job it is to tell people about this kind of stuff. Not how it works. It's not how it works at all. The tariffs going into effect will disrupt the economy. Mass deportation will cause life-threatening problems. I don't know. Try pause the animal video. Oh, let me see. Damn. Oh, that's a good little stop. Nice little husky puppy. Oh. Oh. All right. What now? What's it looking like? What am I looking for? Oh, chat. Yeah, there we go. What about now? Am I still frozen? I don't know. Like I said, this is I hope I've been able to. Oh, this is all good? Cool. Damn, I can't stream an animal video without the shit freezing. That's crazy. This is a MacBook Pro. Or I think. It just sucks how they talk bad about Kamala. They call her low IQ. They called her a slut. They didn't know who this woman was 6 years ago. They said she slept her way to the top in 1994. They talk crazy. Grant Cardone said that Kamala Harris had pimps. Racism and misogyny won. It's going to be rampant. Like, I don't want to be all doom and gloom, but I really don't know. I really don't know what to really say. You know? And I think for tomorrow's stream, we'll get back to the news. We'll talk more about news and stuff. But I think today I wanted to just talk more about just the after effects of what we witnessed yesterday. They're not scared of being racist. They're not going to be scared of being racist now. If I were to open Twitter right now, I can't open my Twitter. I can't open my Twitter. I'm opening my phone. But it's just straight. Like, it get wild on here. It get wild on this Twitter. Let me see here, boy. Get a little crazy. Helldivers 2, porn. Welfare programs gone. Palestinians gone. Yeah, a lot of stuff is gonna be very crazy. Jesus Christ, that's crazy. This is Kamala Harris. I had to flash that real fast. And I know that was graphic. At the same time, that's what goes on the internet. That's what happens on Twitter. They demonize black women, demonize all women. For what reason? I don't know. For people that thought that they were the same as white people, I will say that they're going to show you better than they can tell you. They're going to show you what you really are to them. And it's sad. It's sad. Anyway, y'all got anything else that y'all are concerned about? I'll give it like the next 2-3 minutes to see what else y'all got. Like I said, if you're not following me, please give me a follow. If you like what you've seen, give me a like in here. This is what I do. Whenever you see my live pop up, just be prepared to learn something. DDG is putting Haley's baby on Stream Without Permission. He's a streamer. He's a goofy. I don't know what's up with these rapper chicks, these young black chicks getting with these goofy niggas. I think she with some like light skin or albino looking dude that looks like. But anyway, I digress. I'm probably gonna chill for a little bit. I gotta go to work tonight. But I hope you've enjoyed this stream. I hope you've enjoyed the time we spent together. We spent an hour and 38 minutes. What number did I get to? Almost 6K. That's cool. That's cool. But I appreciate y'all for being here with me. Hopefully you learned something. Feel free to DM me. You know, I talk to a lot of y'all all the time. I'm building this community brick by brick. My wife is excited. She bought me these lights because she saw I only use these lights in the house, which are terrible. I would look like I'm in a basement somewhere. But I appreciate y'all nonetheless. But anyway, y'all stay blessed. Keep your head up. You know, hopefully I didn't bring y'all down too much. Try and find some happiness in this because I don't have nothing for you. And we'll talk tomorrow. Come back on the show. Oh yeah, send me an invite, bro. You know, we gotta talk our nerd stuff, anime, all that good shit. I gotta catch up on Dragon Ball Daima. You know.